Hey everybody, and welcome on back to Building with Whip. Today is episode 132, and we are starting off at the location of our brand new port city with our brand new canal cut all the way through here. As you can see, it's looking very great, and a lot of boats could go through here super easily. Last episode, we did a lot of breaking of things. We didn't do very much in the way of placing of things, but we did a lot of breaking. As you can see, all those hills over there are actually part of that dark oak forest biome. So we cleared out, I believe it came out to 6 shulker boxes of wood, dark oak wood logs, and then a whole shulker box of oak wood logs, and a few more miscellaneous things of leaves and whatnot there. And then we came through here, cleared out all the dirt, going all the way through here, all the way over to basically where this river connects up to where the actual river is, so basically linking the two rivers. And that was another 6 shulker boxes full of dirt, give or take 1, I think. And then we came through after the fact and did all of the stone mining with our fancy schmancy beacon right here, coming through all the way to this point right here, because I just could not go any further. All my pickaxes were broken. I had spent so many hours breaking blocks and things like that, and I just couldn't do it anymore. And so we stopped right there. We made it basically half of the way there. But yeah, so we are full of resources now. We ended up getting 11 shulker boxes full of stones and cobblestones and all of that good stuff when we were doing all that stuff. I think it came out to like 6 were full of stone, 4 were full of cobblestone, and then 1 or 2 or 3 were full of like iron and coal and gravel and andesite and diorite and granite and all that good stuff. We're good to go here. We got a lot of cool stuff ready ahead of us now, and that's a whole recap of what we did last episode. This episode, though, I would love to start working on what our inner port area is going to be looking like. So right now, this is the coastline. And what I want to do, I mentioned it in the end of last episode, is I want to bring everything up to being 68 is going to basically be the minimum height for our city. So we're going to bring basically stone walls coming up all the way up to here to, we're at 68 right now. So we're going to bring that. Then we got to kind of level this area out here, but we're actually going to turn it in some rolling hills and things like that to add some interest with ups and downs and lefts and rights and circles and all that cool stuff going all the way around the city, and I think that'll add a lot of interest to the area itself. But yeah, that's the plan there. What we need to do here first, though, is I need to go actually get a conduit ready to go built up here. I got all the stuff, I just got to build one. So I'm going to throw one of those guys off in the water, probably somewhere right around in this area. And then I get to come back. I'm going to move our beacon over to this area and go to town, just destroying all that stuff back there, combing it back and combing this stuff all the way back here, because I think I actually want to cut it off. Basically, right here is roughly where I want to do it, and just go straight back across pretty much the entire way, all the way over to that bay right there with cutting out the land. But we're going to focus on just this area today and actually do some building of kind of making it look like what these front canal walls are going to look like, what the entrance to the canal kind of looks like, and get a few of the first things kind of set up ready to go. And well, I'll go ahead and get this rain out of here, guys. I'm going to go ahead and get that conduit in place and get to some of that digging good fancy schmancy stuff. So I'll see you guys on the other side of this big old digging time. All right, everybody, welcome on back. It's time for a major progress update. Sorry if there's a little bit of crunching going on in the background. Coda's chewing on one of his bones. But anyways, I couldn't wait any longer to bring you guys in to show you what we've got going on. And I think I'm about ready to give up digging things for a very, very long time. But for now, I want to show you guys that everything is now dug down exactly to how deep we need it to be for the canal. And with that, we can finally start taking a little bit of a break from everything here and what it's going to be looking like. So we've mined a lot of stuff. I'll show you guys the shulker boxes here in a second that are all full of everything you could ever need. Our conduit is right over there, ready to go. And I do need to take that whole shelf down right out there to finish off kind of the bay entrance. But I want to show you guys everything we got going over here first. So I've cut out these little areas where we're going to be building in some ships and things like that later on, because I want to have some really large ships that are more protected by docks. We're going to smooth out the corners here and make them a little bit more natural looking than these boxes. I just figured this was a good way to start. What I'm working on now is taking all the stone here and cutting it out over to that line, and that'll give us a lot of room to work with for a very long time. I want to show you guys this bit, and then also here we're going to have like a little jutting out stone point right here. that'll come all the way out, and we might have a few buildings or something on one side of this, or maybe some storage areas. I don't really know. Maybe staging areas for the docks and things like that. And then it's also going to jut out this way. And then in this little area right here, again, we're going to take it down so it's way deeper. We're going to turn this into a small boat harbor kind of area where it'd be protected from the seas for the little boats. So if they get rocked around too much against the pylons and everything, they'd kind of get more injured. So anyways, that's kind of where we're at right now. And I brought in this line right here to where it's going to end. I'm going to bring the land out to this point right there. It'll be looking pretty cool. We're going to be terraforming up the entire base down here. I have done a lot of digging, as you guys can see here. We got just a little bit more to go. I'm going to do that. I'm going to move the beacon out to the edge out there to where we can actually start taking out that stuff. The reason I didn't take that down yet is because that's outside the range of the beacon. So we can't quite do that one yet here. But anyways, we can swim on over here real fast. Use our little boat ladder. This is kind of how I've been getting up on top. It's jumping on the boat and all the way up here. And right now we got this shulker box almost full of stone. This guy's full of random junk. That one's some dirt. We got an empty one there. This guy's empty. That's kind of all the iron and coal that we've gotten so far. We got this with all our broken tools. We got a few broken shovels, all that stuff. Some more broken stuff. This one, oh, you know, that's just the beacon. And then we got this guy. We got one shulker box of sand, two shulker boxes of sand, one shulker box of stone, two shulker box, 3, 4, and 5 of stone, all fully stacked up here, ready to go. Then we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of dirt, and then we got 1 of grass blocks, or 2 of grass blocks, sorry. And then down here we have an assorted like granite, diorite, andesite, gravel, etc. All those guys. And I'm working on filling up these last ones right here, and then I'm giving up and we're going back to building. We're never mining resources again. We have 40 something shulker boxes now of random resources that we can place around the world. And then probably another, I'd say 50 or so shulker boxes back over in our storage room that are filled up with random goods that we can use. I think we have like, yeah, we got a lot of resources, guys. I think it's time to get some building on now that we have all this space cleared out here. We can finally get some cool stuff going. So yeah, let me get back to digging. I'll finish up this guy here, and then we're going to work on what the walls are going to look like for this harbor area, because we're not going to keep these weird dirt walls like that. We got to make some cool stuff here. So I'll be back with you guys as soon as I got an idea of what that'll be looking like. All right, guys, welcome back. We're just now getting back to the storage room to drop everything off here, and we filled up literally every shulker box full of stuff. In the end, literally all of it's full. So we can take our 2 sand ones out of here, drop those guys back in our sand section here. Luckily, we only have 3 shulker boxes full of sand right now. That's comments. This is where it's going to get interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Let's see, is there any other ones? There's another one right there. This guy's like half full with some other stuff, and that's all dirt. So we're going to leave that there for now. Let's go put these in our stone chest. Oh, we have, that's 9 plus 7, all full of stone already. Okay, let's go to the next chest down. All right, let's do all these guys right here. Oh, no, that's my backpack. We want to keep that one. That is a little extreme. So this guy right here, I know he has a few other random things in here, just those 2 guys. But we can go ahead and actually take all this stone out of here, place that guy back in there, and then we're good to go. And that's going to kind of save that stuff over there just a little bit instead of losing all of it. And that gives us the shulker box back because... Let's go ahead, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we can go put our shulker boxes up in this top one. These are gonna all go right in here. And that's how many shulker boxes we have of stone, guys. This is where dirt's looking at right now. We're gonna add another, probably, I think 6 more to that guy, which is just crazy. Let me go and get all this stuff moved over, guys. I'll be back with you. All right, guys, welcome back. So we've got all our resources gathered up. We got a little bit of a shulker box outpost going on up here. We got a full thing of andesite, stone, and gravel. I meant to do that as cobblestone. So I actually just went and did a whole nother run and just grabbed a full shulker of cobblestone. We got 3 here of stone. We got some wood supplies. I brought some vines over so we can make some more mossy cobblestone. We got 2 stacks of crackstone bricks. We got some stairs and slabs and all that good stuff. And what we're going to be doing now is we're going to be first building a giant cobblestone wall. Then next, we're going to be working on making this dock look really, really cool. Or basically getting a general idea of what our dock area is going to be looking like. Basically, I want to take this point right here and go all the way down to there and see what we can make it look like. I think we can come up with something pretty cool today. So I'll tell you guys what, I need to go ahead and just get this cobblestone in all the way right here. I know I cleared the whole thing out, and I know I'm just placing blocks back into it, but that's how we go. So I'm going to go ahead and do this, guys, and I'll be back with you as soon as I can. Alright guys, welcome back. So we got this nice little cobblestone wall going here, all the way ready to build for us. I worked on the curve down here a little bit. I think I got it to a point where I like it, but it's going to require a little bit more digging. So I curved it in right here. So we did 3, 2, 2, 1, 2, 2, 3, and then that puts us right here. Which means in order to have that curve be perfect, we need to bring everything back to being this line here. Which means we got to go ahead and dig this in farther, one deep, and then we can get that curve going around on that side too. Which means also we had this much extra digging here, but I think this will work out great. I think we could still fit some massive boats in here. I'm like, oh no, it'll be too small for the boats I want to do. But then I'm like, I hate building giant boats, but I'm also like, I really want to build a really cool boat. And now I'm stuck. But anyways, next thing we want to be looking at is actually what the height of this guy's going to be. I know previously I said this is going to come up to being 4 above, and I've changed my mind a bit because I have a little bit of an idea I want to do here. To get started on this guy, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then up here at the 8th point, we're going to do this guy. This is basically where people are going to be standing is going to be at that level right here. This is basically where our walkway is going to be for everybody. Everybody will be standing at that point right there, which I know we previously said we'd be standing on 68, and this brings us up to standing on 70, so it's only 2 blocks higher going all the way around. I don't think it's going to be the end of the world. But anyways, that's kind of where that guy comes up, and we're going to be spacing these out. My plan right now is every 5 wide, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I added some little guide markers in here just to make the counting a little bit easier so we can avoid counting with whip today. And then we can bring this guy all the way up to that max point as well, and then plop our chiseled stone brick on top with him. And then up here we're going to do a little bit of cool design or something. I don't quite know what it'll be yet, but let me go ahead and sleep, guys, and I'll be right back with you. Okay, to help speed things up, I did go ahead and add in that whole cobblestone wall so it's looking all fancy going up there. We're going to add a lot of variation to this. My plan right now is stone, andesite, and then some gravel floating around somewhere in there to mix it up, going all the way down, making it a little bit more interesting. What I do want to start with, though, for here is we're going to grab our dark oak logs, actually, and our spruce slabs and spruce trapdoors. And I was thinking we're going to make, at minimum, this thing's going to be 2 wide. And I want to go ahead and basically have it come out to here. And then we drop ourselves right down to this point. So we go all the way right down here, bring in our dark oak, and bring our dark oak logs going all the way up to this top point. And that gives us kind of like where our dock area is going to be. I think it'll look really cool if we do it this way. We can get a lot of detail in here, kind of making a dock like this. And it gives us a little bit of an area to walk on while we're doing some work in here. So if we want to edit up later, we can do that. But I thought it might be kind of nice to have just like some detailed area down here that has kind of like that little wooden walkway area. So we'll have this lower area where people are working, doing all their work with the boats and things like that, where all the cargo is going to be stored. We'll obviously have some wider areas because you couldn't get a whole lot of big stuff through these places. So these are just kind of the small little skinny docks. So we'll probably have a big cargo dock on that side and then a large one right down the middle. And then that middle dock there will be mostly for getting the cargo off. So maybe we'll just do the big middle one there because that's going to be a big old wooden dock. That guy will be like the big cargo one. And these side ones are basically passenger load and unload type things. But yeah, so coming over to here though, we want to go ahead and get these guys out and these guys out. And we're going to need some regular stone bricks as well. And we want to start with going bam and bam and bam and bam, and right there. And we can get rid of that guy. And I want to see what it would be like if we created like a little bit of a loop here. We've kind of done something like this where we go ahead and do that. But now we got to figure out what the heck we're going to do to get everything going up to the top there. We do have a little bit of dirt on us we can use for scaffolding here. Get ourselves up here a little bit. And not like that. That's not how you get yourself up to the top. And I was thinking right here, we can let's go ahead on that side. We'll go ahead and just do some full stone bricks. And this side, I want to see what it would look like if we did an upside down stair and a regular stair like that to make it look like it's kind of coming together. I thought that guy could be kind of cool. And then here in the center, I want to do a full brick like that. And then I was thinking right here, we could do those upside down stairs again. Just again, those extra little bits of detail. Then for a simple railing up here, I was thinking we could go ahead and take those stone brick stairs that we were sitting on like this and just do a little bit of a work right like that. And then in the middle, just do a slab to give it a little bit of oomph, just to give it some extra character. So I'm thinking, what do we want to do here? What's looking good like that? Okay. I think I like that side a little bit more. There's a little bit more depth to it. And I think once we go ahead and get some, like, I don't know, maybe cracked stone brick or things like that in here, it might look a little bit better. But I think for now, we'll leave that guy right there. Then we can go ahead and pull out our mossy stone brick as well as our cracked stone brick. And let's go ahead and grab the cracked stuff and put like maybe one of you right there. And maybe one of you guys right down there. Then we can bring in the mossy and throw like, I don't know, one right there. Then this side we can do a mossy again right there and there. Oop, hello into the water. That's one thing we'll have to get going. Lots and lots of ladders. Because now that we can do waterlogged blocks for ladders, we can do ladders up the sides of these guys. So if we ever fall in or something, we can get back out. Because we fall in the water a lot here. We fall in the water a lot here. Okay, we can jump all the way up to the top and then jump back on down to this guy. Let's see what this is looking like now. I like that a lot more. I'm still leaning towards this design. Let's copy that one over to here real fast and see what that looks like for us. Because I think it might look a little bit more like what we're trying to go with here. Let's see. Okay, I do like the depth on that, but this flat cobblestone wall here is now killing me. Let me go ahead and mess with this guy, get that texture variation into that guy right here real fast, guys, and I'll be back with you. All right, welcome back now, guys. So we got this texture variation in up here, and I think I'm liking it a lot. So we got our andesite in here, we got our stone, we got little bits of gravel all over the place, and I went back and got some mossy cobblestone, and I think that's actually really doing us some justice here. I think I am going to go ahead and throw another andesite guy in there, so because it just looked like there's a bunch of cobblestone going through there. But yeah, we got that, and then hold your breath down here, and we got all this stuff down here looking pretty fancy too, going all the way down. I decided I'm going to leave the bottom of this guy because I want to have the base kind of, instead of just going to straight flat, we're going to kind of round these areas out and probably, again, bring this terrain down even farther and kind of round this whole basin out so it looks more natural and like the kind of the tides have brought stuff in, taking it back out, so it'll be kind of like a big curvy shape like that. I think it'll look pretty cool. And then I guess I went ahead and added on 2 more sections right here so that I could get a little bit better of an idea of what it's looking like. And I am actually really happy with this guy. I did go ahead and get some ladders and throw those on there. I'm thinking about turning ladders into like a spruce texture. I don't know. What do you guys think about that? If we made the ladders dark like we have the spruce here, because they just stand out so much. Look how bright that is compared to everything else we have here. That ladder is so bright. I don't know. You guys will have to let me know. Should we change the ladder texture to being darker like a spruce block or what? Anyways, what I'm working on now is I'm going to go ahead and get the texture variation in these guys, but I do really like the look of having 3 guys right here going all the way down. I'll tell you guys what, I'm going to go ahead and get the texture variation in these 2, and I'm going to add that 1 more section onto there because we need to start curving this guy out here and getting all those things in place. I guess I can go ahead and get rid of my staircase block right here that'll get us up to the top. But what my plan is for this episode is we're going to go ahead and take this all the way down to the corner, do that little turn area right there, and then we'll somehow figure out how the staircase is going to be going up so that we can actually get down to this area and up off of it and all that stuff. I guess we also got to figure out what the lights are going to look like down here. Because, I mean, for like right now, we could go ahead and probably just get away with like this guy. Just so we have some light down here. I'd love to have this be darker. I don't want this area to be full on bright. Like at nighttime, I think it'd look really cool if it's dark. All right, guys, welcome on back. It's been quite a while since last time we talked. So last time we had basically those 3 guys there done. I wanted to see this again on a little bit of a larger scale. Sorry we're bobbing around here so much in the water, trying to get under control. But the conduit makes it a little interesting. We have all these guys and kind of worked through the turn over here. I think I want to rework that top part. It's a little too bulky for me, but it's working out pretty well. I like this one a lot. And I did go ahead and change out that chiseled stone brick we had up there for the smooth stone block that we've added in through the data pack. And I think that guy looks a lot better than what it did before. So we're going to keep that guy for now. I think it just changes up the color enough to add a little point of interest. And now we're swimming. So now we're going to be bobbing in water. So next part, I guess we can go with the swimming part. I came under here. The texture variation is carried all the way down, all the way across. And I decided to come in and pile up some gravel and cobblestone slabs and stairs and all that good stuff. Kind of just pointing against the wall. I think this actually really helped bring out a lot of cool stuff into this area. And bring out a lot of depth. And we can use this sea life that we have all over the place now to really create an awesome little underwater environment here. I want to come back in with like some note block crates that we have, some chests, some extra like little chunks of wood, maybe like a sunken boat at some point down here. But yeah, that's all going to be stuff that we're bringing up here in the future. And yeah, we got this stuff going in right here. What I want to show you guys now is I wanted to go ahead and mess with the actual base of the wooden dock part. There we go. Where is all my wood? Okay, so we got these trapdoors here, and I was thinking these guys could actually look really cool and mixing it up and things like that. So if we go ahead and kind of start adding in some trapdoors right here, I think it'll actually help us with getting the little bit of variety that we need in this area without adding in like a whole nother extreme color. So I wanted to see what it'd look like if we added some of these guys in. I know it's going to make those ends right there not fully like the same height, I guess, or thickness, but I think that'll actually add a lot of interest and depth into this thing. So I'm going to go ahead and get these guys in here, guys, and then I'm going to do a little bit more detail work, and I'll be back with you. All right, guys, welcome on back. So I went ahead and threw in all the little details that we're going to have along the edge of the port harbor dock thing right here, but we got a bunch of our note block crates in, we got some chests, we got some crafting tables around, and then I threw in the trapdoors here as well. And I really like it. I think it's looking really nice. So we got all this kind of stuff just laid out here randomly. Not a whole lot of rhyme or reason. These guys, though, I randomly made some acacia trapdoors because I forgot that acacia trapdoors existed, and I was trying to get the regular oak ones. And I was like, you know what? We're going to try and figure out how to use them. And I think they look like a really cool like crab pot or something like that. I don't know. We'll try and see what we can use them for in the future. But yeah, maybe we'll like hang some off of like the edge over here or something like that. I think that could be pretty cool. But yeah, guys, we got one more thing to check out in this episode that I don't think I showed you guys yet. Up here, we got a little staircase and a staircase. And I've been working on a little bit of how we're going to texture out the roads and things like that. Right now, all we got in here is stone brick, gravel, and some cobblestone. And I think that's going to be a good base way to go with it for now until we want to add in some like dead coral or something like that. That stuff's just so hard to grind that I don't want to use it in mass quantities for our roads. And then for where we're going to actually have it showing like a lot of carts are coming through the areas, we're going to be using, where do I have some? That is not what I wanted. We're going to be using coarse dirt to make like pathways. So we'll do like something like that. So it looks like there's been like tracks going through the ground or something. Obviously that'll be one down. I just want to show you guys an example, but we'll do stuff like that to make it look like carts are going through there, and that'll mix up the terrain a lot, or mix up like the shape of the road, and it shouldn't look too bland there because right now it's just kind of gray on gray. So we'll see how that goes in the future. It is time for the comment or question of the day. This one is coming from Amachel, and he's saying, hey man, download the data pack that gives you 8 stairs per craft. It's much more logical and you don't have to grind so much to be able to use basic stuff. You can download the data pack from Exuma's website. So as you guys know, we do have a few data packs in here already, like getting access to these blocks and things like that. What do you guys think about adding in data packs that actually process like the ability of how many resources you get? Because I know like Hermitcraft, they're using one where if you add 4 bricks together, you get 4 brick blocks out of it. Just to kind of help their grind because so many people are using bricks. And then on top of that, they have the stairs one over there to get 8 stairs. On Decidedly Vanilla, we have one that gives you 6 stairs right now. And I think that one's a little bit more fair. I don't know. I feel like 8 stairs, literally doubling what you get, is kind of cheaty. I know if you do the math and the shape of all the blocks and everything, like it would come out to 8 exactly. But I feel like there'd be some loss of resource in there when you're kind of cutting everything apart. This actually looks really cool. But yeah, I'm curious to hear what you guys have to say about that. So let me know down in the comments below what you guys think about that one. If you guys think we should just do that, I'm all for saving some grind. But I only want to do that part if you guys are really interested in that one or want to kind of have that stuff in here moving forwards. I can also give the download links for the data packs I'm using. Let me know on that one though, guys. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching today's episode. Please hit that like button if you did enjoy. Subscribe if you're new. And I will catch you on the flip side.